Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How
How
is
are you,
everyone
lovely?
doing? I hope it's wonderful. It's been a very long day,
Yeah.
but we're here, and we are going to bring you a new show. I think. Maybe. I
I
don't
would
know.
hope. I don't think I've worn this costume on stream before. This particular corset has not been broken out. And that's because this is Shadow's Reach, a wandering adventure. Bear with us as we are as new to this game as you are, which means we played session zero, which was mostly trying to understand how the game worked. And we decided we were just going to learn the rest on the fly
I
because
still
this
don't
is
know
about
what I'm
educating
doing,
people.
but I know Lord of the Rings,
And I do not know Lord of the
and
Rings.
she doesn't know what she's doing, so I've
Not
at
even
least
yet.
got one step above Mal.
No, not
Okay.
like.
Yes. All right. So today is our first episode of Shadow's Reach. Bear with us. We are learning, as she said, we are learning the logistics of this game alongside you.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to ask every time, what am I rolling? What does this mean? Because uh, we have misprinted dice.
All of us. We bought them from separate places and we all have misprinted dice.
I guess all of the first edition dice they put out for this game
They
are
printed wrong.
all misprinted, and nowhere on any of the websites does it let you know that.
No.
So yeah, so
We tried our best.
we're gonna try really hard. There are also little runes on them that mean different things. So we're gonna try. We're gonna try real hard. Um, but yes, so welcome. Uh, Next up for our homebrews and homebodies, we will be back on Monday at 9:30 Eastern with our Call of Cthulhu campaign. We will have Michael Saltzman back with us.
Michael
Michael
Saltzman!
Saltzman!
Michael Saltzman!
He will be back with us on Monday for episode 2 of our 4 episode Call of Cthulhu campaign, Gilded Dreams. And then for us, Mal and I, you can catch us tomorrow over on Ladies of D&D
Heck yeah.
at 9 Eastern
Mm-hmm.
on Ladies of Lake, where I play Cherry Delight, the Prodigy bassist.
And I play Henley, who is everyone's band manager slash cat herder.
So it'll be a good time. We always have a good time with all of the women over there, the ladies and the ladies over there. We have a good time, and it's a really fun show. Ali Capone has made an amazing story, so please come catch that tomorrow at 9 Eastern. And then Wednesday, July 6th, I will be over on GM Hina's channel where they are running a month long charity campaign. Month long charity one shot campaigns, but all in the same universe of Thirsty Sword Lesbians. I will be over there on the 6th, and Mal will be over there on the 13th. And we are playing different Thirsty Sword Lesbian archetypes, which I'm real excited about.
I'm not going to play a spooky witch again. What in the world do I play now?
I'm playing like a retired Nancy Drew, so it'll be
She's
fun.
going to be so cute.
I'm
so excited about your character.
I'm excited. But yeah, that is a charity stream. Make sure you tune into that all month long. They have a whole bunch of prizes to give away, and all of the money donated is going to LGBTQ plus charities. So it is Pride Never Dies over on GM Hina's channel, and I'm sure on our Twitter, pay attention to our Twitter, we'll link everything up over there as well. I think that is all of our business.
Yep.
All right, so without further ado, here is the trailer again, and then we'll see our lovely DM.
How much blurry? So.
I do too. I'm not sure. It's not like
I look weird telling me
swear to God. Ryan, go. I can't win today. Nubby, I swear. I
Ryan,
can't
you're
today.
muted.
Ryan, you're muted. As usual.
I clicked unmute, but it didn't work. Hey, you know what? It's practically a meme at this point. It's fine. Let's roll
I
with it.
want a super
So,
cut
hey.
of all
And
the.
Nancy Drew is exciting.
I want a super cut of all
Let's
the
do that
excuse
super
Ryan
cut.
has given as a reason he's
All,
muted.
all of the excuses for why he was muted.
Yep, I want
All
that.
of the immediate, my bad.
So we're going to be playing the One Ring Second Edition. I'm stoked. I've been into this for a while on Kickstarter. It just came out earlier in the year, but give you a little info on the setting. It does take place between, if you're lore familiar, between the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings trilogy proper. Takes place in Eriador, which is kind of between the Misty Mountains and the sea, where the Shire and Rivendell and Bree and all the first part of the Lord of the Rings takes place. Our game will take place about 9 years after Frodo finishes the events of The Hobbit. And there are a number of different playable cultures that are going to be hobbits, the men of Bree, elves in Lindon and in Rivendell, men from, and when I say men, I mean humans. You know how they do back in the day. Men from Dale, which is actually the town restored after the events of The Hobbit. We have a character from there, which will be cool. And the Rangers of the Dunedain as well. So yeah, let's hop into it. We start in Bree in the high summer, about this time of year. It's not quite as muggy and heady as it is around here because it's actually pretty far north in the world. But it's a time of growing lots of crops. People are gathered at the what's called the Green, which is a big market square right across from the Inn of the Prancing Pony, where people in Bree and the surrounding villages have brought wares to sell and gossip to trade. There's a maypole set up where a bunch of kids are playing around. Everybody's having a great time. We've got fruit vendors, meat vendors. There's some of the town's famous ale set up that's run straight out of the Prancing Pony itself, Barlaman's Best, or I'm sorry, Butterbur's Best, it's called.
Butterbeer?
And our characters
Sorry.
are gathered around
Wrong
here
world.
for whatever reason.
Okay, I'll
Tell
talk.
me what y'all are looking like. How you're.
Meneve is probably in the Prancing Pony if it's not too busy.
No, it's relatively quiet at the moment.
She's probably seated in the Prancing Pony and is reading probably fairly vigorously, but also taking notes on what she observes around her.
You are getting a lot of eyes. People know of elves around here, but it's pretty rare to see one in Bree at all, let alone in the town's favorite inn. So there are a lot of people like looking at you and whispering, kind of staring for too long.
She just keeps going. She's here to learn about her surroundings, so she just takes everything in. I'm assuming she's probably been staying at the inn. So the Prancing Pony has probably been her daily hangout to pass the time.
It's right at the
exploring.
crossroads that Bree occupies, so it's a good place to stay.
I assume Kari is probably just over in a corner somewhere. She doesn't have a ton of friends, she would really say, or anybody she would be here with. So she's probably just over in a corner, also observing, but for very, very different reasons. And absolutely has something to drink in front of her, and probably a couple of empty glasses that they've just kind of she's left in front of her that she has already drank.
The Packle would be set up at just one of these tables around here with an absolute human proportioned, like large human amount of food in front of him. Just chowing down, just like if someone walks by, he'll be like, "Hi, nice to see you again." Just stuff in his face. Eyes are redder than anything you've probably ever seen. He keeps a little vial of his old Toby around his neck, and he's just maybe looking for someone friendly to partake in that with while he's replenishing himself.
Fleetfoot is standing at the corner of the bar and the wall, kind of in shadow, smoking his own old Toby and watching the room. He's interested in everything that's going on. He's not necessarily hiding, but he's in shadow. He doesn't particularly want to be noticed.
The man behind the bar is in his probably mid-30s. He's a relatively handsome man with a shock of gray that runs through his hair and through part of his big, beefy mustache as well. Clearly, even when the inn is in kind of a downtime phase, he's clearly busy talking to folks, serving out food. That hearty English inn fare, think, like biscuits, shepherd's pie, a big glass of ale, the good stuff. And people are milling about, kind of going in and out the open door over to the green to trade and to talk. There's some talk of, it's been a good season so far. Some people are excited about the crop of Southern Star, and it might even be better than the Long Bottom Leaf this year. And there's a few like, no, that's never going to happen. There are also a few dwarves sitting at a table nearby, starting to get rowdy and singing loudly, that are on their way. They've been there for a couple of days, but are on their way on a long trade run from the Lonely Mountain out to the mountains in the west.
Would they have been receptive to Manuve talking to them?
Maybe.
Like over the past couple days? Because
maybe
she's trying to get to know as many people as she can, and obviously, due to most of her brethren's mindset, dwarves are not people she sees very often. I think she probably would have supplied them with a lot of drink and food, and just would have wanted to talk to hear their story.
That would help.
She essentially said, "I'll bribe my way into friendship."
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what she planned to do.
Because Fleetfoot would also be staying at the inn. He is a traveler, so he doesn't have abodes. He would stay somewhere. He would find that amusing. He'd probably try to facilitate it because he would know the dwarves. He knows most people.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily want her knowing that I'm facilitating it, like helping, like putting in a good word.
Yeah, they would have been very sheltered, like very, what's the word I'm looking for? Closed off to you at first. But over a couple of days, if you curry their favor with drink and with food, they'd be a little more open.
I figured.
Still, though, dwarves are stubborn people. They'd be deeply suspicious of you.
Do they have any news?
They've brought some talk of something happening in the south, but they're not totally sure what. It sounds some kind of big event that's bad is all they know for sure. There's some debate about, like, one of them has heard there was a big flood somewhere. One of them has heard it was a wildfire. And there's one of them isn't sure that there was something about a war had started or a king that died, but they can't say which king from where. They're not. It's almost like they're like making something up, but they're insistent that they know something bad has happened way down south.
Okay.
Um,
Can I try? You gave me everything I want to know, didn't you? I don't need to roll.
I was
What do you
gonna
want to
say
roll?
she probably
I was just gonna say I could roll insight.
if she was gonna hear that, she probably would have tried like pulling out maps or like listing kings, been like, is it this king? Was it this king? Like to try and jog their memory to try and get
Oh
somewhere
yeah.
with it.
Give
I'd be
me
like,
then.
oh, hello.
Oh, hello. I I just overheard. I try and keep as detailed notes as I can of the happenings of Middle Earth.
As do I. Probably for a very different reason.
Probably mine is mainly for record keeping.
We should compare notes.
I would love to. Manuve,
Fleetfoot.
nice to meet you.
You as well.
And then
You,
she
you
immediately
both
goes,
can actually give me a lore roll. You might be able to know this, both of you.
okay. I've got
Decent lol.
3 dots, and okay. So and it's favored. No. Yes. Yes.
If you have a check mark, it's favored.
Okay. So I'm rolling.
So that means you'll roll your 2 feet dice, the 2d12s,
Okay.
and take your better result there. And then as many marks as you have in it, you'll roll that many of the success dice, the
I got an
d6s.
I and a 6, so I'm allowed to take the 6, right? Or do I have
And the
to
I
take
is
the
an
I?
11 on ours. Or the I is a 1 on ours.
Okay. So that goes away. And then I'll roll the 3d6.
It doesn't go away, it's just a 1.
Well, yeah, I mean just comparatively.
Oh.
It's
Oh, you said
the
it's favored?
6 is a better
I got an 8.
okay, so I'm adding the 6 and the 3
I did not beat my
success, right? 12,
wits.
17, 18,
Okay.
19, 20. I did. I have a 14 and I rolled a 20.
Awesome.
Okay. So, Manuva, you would know there hasn't been a king anywhere south that these dwarves would likely have any connection to for a long time. A very long, like we're talking hundreds of years. So it's probably not that.
Recent.
Can I ask, do you mean the king under the mountain?
Oh, no, he's alive and well. Dane Ironfoot? No, he's fine.
So
Last
you're
one we
not
left,
talking
anyway.
about the Battle of the Five Armies. All right.
No, that was years ago. King Thorin is
So this
dead,
is
but he
very
died then.
recent.
Yes, the news came out of the south this year. Sometime
I
in the
know.
spring.
We just rolled to see if I would know anything, didn't I?
You said sometime in the spring.
Yes,
Would
that's about when we left.
Manuve had I mean, she's been traveling and been trying to gain as much knowledge as she can. Would she have heard about this?
I was going to say I would have also been traveling. So would I have heard anything? But is that the lore roll that we just did?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Both of you would have been out of touch with the folks that might have had this information before you. So this is the first you've heard of anything like that.
Okay. Do you remember where you were when you heard the news?
Must have been in Dale. visiting some of the markets there. Rumors fly. Who knows if the people who told me what they knew, who knows if they even knew what they were talking about.
It's understandable.
Something bad. That's all I know.
Well, thank you. And she motions to the man behind the bar to get them another round and goes back to
He'll
what she's
smile and wave over. He looks excited anytime you try to interact with him. Like, and it's like a childlike wonder almost. It's not like he's like into you. He's like, oh, the elf did something, said something to me. So he's like been preferentially treating you this entire time. Like he drops what he's doing, like puts away some of the food and just like gets up and brings out the ale to the table.
Bartender's a fanboy.
Yes. You gotta get your fanboys where you can.
Yep.
Brings over drinks and says, "You know, the last time there was an elf here, my grandfather ran this place.
Really?
It's an honor, truly."
Oh no, the honor's all mine. I'm glad to be here.
Oh, well, whatever you need.
Thank you.
He goes back to behind the bar and starts, tending to everyone else's needs. It's still relatively busy. There's folks coming in and out all the time. To
If
cool
we
off a
want to
bit.
know more, that bartender likes you. You could see if he's heard anything.
That is true. Maybe I'll go up and grab my books and I'll go take a seat at the actual bar. I'm assuming there's an actual bar.
Oh yeah, there is.
At Prancing Pony, I think it's a U.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
One side, no. Stairs.
And she'll just kind of seat herself and spread all of her stuff out. Let's see. The dwarves were talking about there was some war because a king in the south had died. They said they heard it back in the spring. Do you know what they're talking about?
I don't know of any kings in the south. So over here, there's not much till you hit. Is it Rohan? Maybe there. Maybe that's what they meant.
Well, that's about right. You think you would have heard something though if it was big enough to start a war?
I haven't heard anybody coming out of the south talking about that. We don't get many travelers from there at all, but you'd think maybe there'd be, refugees or something. Who knows? Maybe we'll see them come. It's early yet. It's a long way up there.
And she's just kind of decided she's going to Are we having sound issues? That's a good thing to know.
Are we?
Are we having sound issues? Cat, can you hear us? Mama Cat.
Our cat's already in chat. Cool. I was like, what if Cat's not here?
No.
But Cat's here.
I saw her say something.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah, it's a delay. I keep forgetting there's a delay.
Yep. You gotta wait a minute. You have to be patient.
Maybe. Anybody?
I don't know.
Sound issues testing 1 2 3.
Are we any better?
I'm showing sound
Maybe.
on
We'll find out.
all my stuff. Yeah, we'll just keep going.
Yeah.
If it's not okay, somebody tell us, please.
Yes. And now? Cool. Good to hear.
We're good now. Okay, cool.
Oh. Yay!
One
All
day
right.
we'll have a
Thank you.
stream without tech issues.
No.
Just kidding.
But
No,
those I don't think
never.
those exist unless you have lots and lots of money and you pay
Yeah.
someone to take care of
And,
it for
yeah, I
you.
was gonna say, and lots of crew, and don't run everything out of your base.
And even then, it still happens.
It does. It
Yep.
does. Or you pre-record everything and then you go back and you fix it in post.
There it is.
All right.
Brilliant.
Cool.
So you talked to the bartender. He says he didn't know nothing.
Nope.
Paco looks like he's having a good time.
He's
What's hard?
You're now staring at empty plates strewn about a table.
I love that you ate all of it in the course of those conversations.
Two
It was
two
like-
very short
yeah,
conversations.
Two very short
Packle just
conversations.
literally packed it
Killed
away.
The
Just
whole
like cartoonishly, just home.
He just Scooby-Dooed it right up.
Packle.
Whole
Perfect.
sandwich, one bite.
Then can I slink over to his table, and while she goes up to talk to the bartender, because hobbits are not that common in Bree, so he's from somewhere. So I'll go talk to him.
Yeah. There are some that live here, but he has kind of a different look.
Yeah, he looks
There are,
interesting.
and they're not super common here. It's mostly humans that live in Bree.
So I'll go over to him. I'll put my hood down, and I'll offer some smoking tobacco, and say, "After dinner pipe."
Oh, I brought my own, but much obliged.
Mind if I join you?
Oh, sure. Just
Is
kind of
there a
move
big
some plates
ta-
out of the way so there's a spot for
Yeah,
you to
is
sit
it
down.
like big size? Can I sit there, or is it like a hobbit-sized table and it's gonna be ridiculous looking?
You couldn't have fed all that food on a hobbit-sized
I
table.
had to sit at a big boy table for all of this. So like I've been up there, like my chin is at the table.
You just see
Perfect.
him peeking over the table.
Got it. So I'll
It looks like
join
someone
him.
just left a blonde like mop
Like the
just sitting there.
like when your
not
cat
attached
sits
to,
in the
like, a
chair and
handle,
all
just-
you can see is this much of your cat at the table.
When you know something bad's about to happen.
Yeah.
The dwarves took all the high stools.
And I'll look over at him, and yep, sure enough, they did. Be
poor
like,
Packle.
yeah. Do you need something to sit on?
Oh yeah, that'd be very kind of you. Thank you.
So I like shrug my backpack off and like stick it under him.
Kind of like climbs on top of it. Kind of like kneads some like a bit like kind of evenly, and then kind of sits down on top of it.
I'll like help push his chair in a little bit.
My arms are finally resting on the table comfortably.
Ha! They're like, all right, friend, where are you from?
Oh, I'm from the Shire. I know, real original.
I just know of it is all.
What was that?
I just know of it is all.
Oh, it's quite the beauty.
It is.
Hmm. Lots of food growing there. It's real pretty to watch the food grow there. I just sit there for hours and just like, could even just watch grass. Like, you ever just sit there and like watch grass?
I have actually.
It's even better when you've been smoking some of the grass, but not the grass you're watching though. That would taste awful.
You're right.
Are you guys stoner buddies now?
I
think
sure
so.
as fuck.
I think that's.
Have you ever
what's
watched the
happening.
grass? I've watched the grass.
I'm just
Instant
like,
stoner buddies.
This is now a Seth Rogen comedy.
We're like 20 minutes into this, and weed has already been brought up. This has to be a new record for us. It has to be.
can we do the spicy channel disclaimer, by the way?
Oh yeah, Spicy Channel. We say fuck and talk about drugs, and I drink booze. You're welcome.
You should probably just put Spicy Channel across the top every like 20, 30 seconds.
Warning,
Yeah.
Just in
Spicy
case.
Channel.
Have a ticker on the bottom that lets it go every once in a while. I'll get right on that.
Wait till we get to the hot tub meta, then we'll have a great time.
Jesus.
We should do a hot tub stream. It's going to be a thing now.
You gonna get
I
me a
declare
hot
it.
tub?
You know what? 100 subscribers, hot tub stream.
I mean, I'd hot tub stream, but I don't
I'd
have a
hot
hot
tub
tub.
I'll get one of those inflatable hot tubs. Do I know where we'll put it? No, but I'll figure it out.
I'll clear,
We'll clear out
room for-
everything else in the basement.
Yeah. Hot tub stream.
Can we each have one?
Yes.
We'll just blow it up in our area.
Yeah.
You could just get a metal thing and put some Bunsen burner heaters under it.
Yeah, it'll be great. We'll just get some hot pads.
I'm just gonna sit in a big old cauldron.
Yep.
We're so good at this. Okay, all right. Back to being stoner buddies. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have
Yeah.
interjected.
No, you absolutely should have. That was beautiful.
So just because I don't have a map right now, the Shire is south of Bree, west of Bree.
It is west. Probably just a few days west.
Okay.
By
Alright.
foot. Faster on a mount.
You didn't happen to hear anything weird on the road, did you?
No. I actually have been coming through here, supposed to deliver a message, but I kind of forgot what I was supposed to tell him. See, I got a pen and paper. I bought it in town. It just is, hindsight's 20/20, you know.
Yeah. You were
So, when I
delivering
figure
a
it out,
message.
I can write it down.
I'm a bit of a messenger myself. I might be able to help you.
Oh, so maybe you've heard what I'm supposed to tell someone.
Possibly. Who are you supposed to tell the message to?
Oh shit. I forgot that too.
All right.
I just
Was
knew
it-
I was going west.
You're supposed to be going west.
Yes.
Have you gone west?
So far, I think so.
Hasn't he gone east? Right? You said that the Shire is west of Bree?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Oh, dear.
That was the biggest bless your heart character we've ever had on this channel.
Love
I was
He's
supposed
trying.
to go west.
My good friend, how do you tell east from west?
Well, I was walking west, and then I took a nap, and I guess I just didn't realize what I climbed into, and woke up in a different surrounding after a big old kind of I fell asleep in the back of a cart, and then it went somewhere
Got it.
while I was sleeping. So
And you woke up
originally
here.
I was going west.
Got it.
I just don't know which direction the wagon went.
Do you know where you are right now?
I'm in Bree.
Yeah. Do you know where
Yes,
you're
it's not on the
supposed to
sign
be?
when I got here.
Are you supposed to be going to Gondor or Rohan or Hobbiton
That one.
or
The R one sounded familiar.
Rohan? Is to the south, right?
Hey, south, yeah.
Crap.
At that point, I will have come
All
back
the way to Rohan?
I will come back to find you because I hear Rohan and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I assume your conversation with him.
Rohan, I know that one. The bartender said that maybe it was Rohan that the dwarves were talking about.
Did you happen to bring a drink with you?
Sure, yeah. She will probably have brought a tray of drinks. She's just trying to be
if
nice
not,
and
he
make
was
friends.
just gonna excuse himself real quick and go get one.
Yeah, so I have drinks.
Okay, cool.
What
He takes-
are you doing?
Thank you, John.
Hi, POTUS!
Oh.
Hi, Raiders.
Hi,
What's up?
Raiders!
No. So,
Oh, hey, Avar, what's up?
Hey! Welcome to our One Ring game, where our beautiful stoner hobbit is talking to our beautiful stoner ranger and trying to figure out that he didn't go west.
I did originally, then I slept in a cot, and then the cot moved.
Doing a good job. All right, so yeah, she comes back with drinks. She goes, Rohan, that's to the south. The bartender thought that maybe that was where the king was, but he said he hadn't seen any refugees, and I thought that was odd because if there was a war, many people would have been fleeing the area.
I thought that as well. It's odd that we've heard nothing, especially since they have horses.
And you'd think if somebody died, that'd be important enough that I would remember it, but still drawing a blank.
Ari,
But
in the
you're
meantime,
taking-
has literally been sitting there listening to all of this, is very much taking in this poor little man that has gone in the wrong direction, and the stoner conversation and all of it, and is just sitting back drinking. And finally, at this point, we'll get up and saunter over. What war?
We don't know.
There's not a war around here that I've heard of. And I would think I would know. I am usually one to get into those sorts of things.
Well, that's exciting.
Depends on what side you're on, but it can be.
So we have a messenger who has a destination but no message,
That I can remember.
who likes collecting information, and a person whose job it is to find out information and spread it, and someone who protects people. What is it that you do?
Protect people, retrieve things. It depends on who's asking.
So a mercenary.
Of a type. But I haven't heard of a king dying or anything to the south. Not that's come through here anyway, and I'm here quite a bit.
Anyone fancy a trip?
Hmm?
Anyone fancy a trip then? We need information.
I mean, I'm not against it.
Sure.
Quite frankly, I'm bored and no one's given me a job in weeks, so.
I mean,
Who
my
would be
schedule's
your
basically
person that
clear.
would know something?
I don't have anyone in particular to go, so. And I'd like to see Rohan. I've only read about it.
Well, then I suppose we're off, yes?
Ooh, I'm going on an adventure.
Sure,
My
and
stuff's
this time
at
we'll
the
make
Hobbit.
sure you go in the right direction.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you.
I try.
And that's how they became the Fellowship of the Rings.
Long title card.
Blah, 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 blah. I'm bored. Want to go on a journey? Okay.
Sure! My horse is just outside. That's fine.
I don't have anything to do. I have a message, but I don't remember where it is. We should probably figure out more information. And that's how they went on a journey and became a fellowship. End of story. We did it.
I want a t-shirt that says I went to
Good
sleep
job,
in a
guys.
cart.
You're
and then
high
it
five.
We went
All
to
right, so
sleep in a
that's
car.
that's the first book,
And then
right?
it moved. Okay, that was the first movie. Where are we now?
oh man. So
We're
you're
outside the door, and
In the next movie.
you're gonna go ahead and pay up and step out.
And she'll leave a nice
Okay.
tip.
Oh, so will Kari.
She'll leave a nice tip.
Bree is relatively large. It's the largest settlement in the area by quite a margin. And it's kind of on the top of a gentle rise in the terrain that sharply goes up to a big hill right behind right behind Bree proper. Some of the structures in the town go up the hill, especially the Hobbit holes, are more up toward the top of the hill. So as you're heading out from the Prancing Pony, most of the directions are a downward slope somewhat. I'm assuming you're going south, since that's what you know so far.
Yeah.
Everybody, roll me. Still getting used to these new skills. Let's see. Let's call it awareness.
Okay.
Okay, like that one.
Oh, I hate these dice. They roll
I rolled an
horrible.
18. My TN's a 16. Packle did it. Packle's lucid. Oh no.
Mine's a 16 and I rolled a 15, so great.
Yeah, I didn't do well.
I don't like this system right now.
I did not do well.
My
don't
numbers
worry.
are
Badly
so
once. I
high.
don't like it.
My numbers are so high. I
I
can't
got
meet them.
10. I did not beat my score, but one of them's an elf.
Nice. Oh wait, then it's still not a success though. Wait, is
Not
it?
no.
Let's find out. Let's learn some things together.
Oh, I rolled
But I
one
don't
of
think
those
I can-
earlier.
I don't think I get to spend the point if I don't succeed on it.
So do you keep track of
think
how
you're
many
right.
of those you got? Because I got one earlier.
I've
Yeah,
only
you have
had one.
to. For it to matter on your success, you have to beat your target number. You're right.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll keep
Yep.
a running tally now. I got one.
And I think you have to use it that turn. You
Oh.
can't, like,
You do,
Well,
yeah.
That's no fun.
You can't just like bank them all and then blow your load on some roll later.
I
Or,
think that's
I did it quietly
a
and
great
fast.
plan.
I mean,
I like that plan personally, but you know.
So Packle is the first one to hear it, not surprisingly. But down an alleyway up ahead of you, it's not surprising because Packle is going to be the most used to this. You'll hear a high voice saying, "No, stop! Get away from it! No!" Clearly, Packle to you, it's clearly a Hobbit voice.
Okay, I kind of like perk up like a dog that just heard another dog, and I just start looking like, can I tell which direction it's coming from?
I'm sorry, that destroyed me. I don't know why. It's just a little ways ahead. There's an intersection into an alley between, like a close alley between a couple of buildings. Sounds like it's coming from there. Probably not more than 50 feet away.
I tug on someone's jacket. Quick, someone needs help, and start running.
I'm assuming you're on the back of Fleetfoot's horse.
do I have a horse?
Yeah. I don't know that
I
you
mean-
would because of your.
I would
I
have.
have one.
I mean, I would have
feel
bought
like I
one.
personally would, but it says in the character building that rangers don't have one, so I didn't add one to my character sheet, and I wasn't sure if I should.
Yeah.
But because of my
Because y'all poor.
class or whatever you want to call it,
I'm not
can't-
poor. I probably would have got us horses.
I'm not poor either. I have my own horse.
We can get to that point then. If you start
Cinnamon
with
is
one,
perfect.
but so far we haven't gotten there.
Packle didn't show up on a horse.
So,
A horse would be like horrifyingly large to you.
do you think as a messenger I would have taken the time and invested in getting a horse?
If we did it,
And I would hope.
if we did it, we could just be walking, the three of us, and then we just put Packle on the horse
Just put Packle on me.
as we're walking Kari's horse behind us.
Excuse me, the air's pretty thin up here. I'm not used to it. What's this?
Burn,
A
it's
breeze?
too close to the
This is-
sun up
this
here.
is strange.
Oh, the air is.
I mean, I have decent endurance, so I can run a bit of it. But I don't know. That's up to you.
I'll do whatever.
I'll
I've got
find-
a good amount of endurance, but I also have things that take away from the fatigue that I gain on journeys. I think I get like -3 every time or something like that, so I can last a lot longer.
Yeah.
I broke things.
So do you
The
want to
pack
do
is
like a
tugging on
running across
someone.
the mountain sequence, or do you want to do like a they're on horses Hobbit sequence?
Well, you're only moving like 50 feet ahead, so we
Oh,
really need
okay.
like
So
a
we haven't really
montage.
gotten anywhere yet.
Yeah. But think about it. For when we leave town, do I have a horse? I think I would have a horse.
I think
but
I would
because I
also have
travel
a horse.
lot-
I think the only person that doesn't have a horse realistically in this scenario is Packle.
Probably.
Like, truly.
And Packle can shack
Hobbits
up
would
with
use
me.
more ponies
Yeah.
than horses.
Yeah, I don't know horse.
So you
stats.
tugged on someone's jacket. What's up with that? Where are you going?
Yeah, trying to like direct us towards where I'm hearing it.
Well, you take off running, and I'm faster than you, so I'm gonna try not to triple you, but also follow you until
Okay,
I can
great.
hear or see whatever it is that he hears or sees.
So
Packle,
rounding
you're
the
not very good
corner-
with directions. Don't just run off.
I'm following my ears. It's different this time.
I don't think it is.
I
I
really
can't hear
don't think it
West.
is. I can't hear West.
Yeah. So the part
Well,
of
honestly,
town
one
you're in
time
is
I was smoking some of the stuff and I thought I heard north. So like, I might have to try that again later.
Oh my god. Okay. So Packle's taken off.
the part of town you're in is kind of quiet and unoccupied because of the events on the green. People are gathered that way. So other than the sound on the street, there's not much going on. But you round the corner and there is what you see first is a pony, a nice big brown pony. With it attached to it is a cart. It has like some kind of like makeshift bookshelves on it that's being drawn by the pony. They're standing still, but it's packed with books and like odds and ends. There are two hobbits there standing there, kind of holding up walking sticks like they're swords, standing there, and you can see just past them are a few kind of rough looking men. Looks like they haven't, kind of haggard in the eyes, looks like they haven't eaten or slept well in the last few days. And they're like advancing with knives out on these couple of hobbits who are standing there with their sticks. And while you watch, one of them says, "Just give it up. Give up the pony, give up the gold. You're free to go. Don't need to fight."
Is
He's
there
clearly
some space
advancing with a
between them
knife
still?
out.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
at this
say
point.
she would, Manuve would immediately cock her bow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you're ranged.
How far away are we?
The thieves are probably not more than 60 feet from you.
Okay, I'm gonna
They would be
also
thieves.
draw my bow and take a
Packle.
long shot, and then take off running at them, drawing my sword. So that's my
Packle
plan.
pulls out his short sword as well. It's like
Uh,
Packle
All right.
is always pecking.
I'm gonna pull out my longsword.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Okay.
aim to shoot and say I think there is need to fight.
Wait, I have to pick one or the other, right? I have to choose forward or rearward, or can I do an action and then choose a position?
Well, you've still got some distance. So if we're getting into combat, then it's what's called opening volleys, where you can take a shot. Now
Okay,
that you're,
got it.
since you have range and they don't have it visibly, then yeah, you can take a shot first.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Do that.
How
You guys can maneuver.
do we roll?
And anyone else with a bow.
How do we roll this? We just roll.
Packle's just trying to close.
So you roll one of the d12s, and then
However many
Your bow is
however
gonna be
many
dots you
d6
have.
for
Okay.
the dots. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, exactly.
There's no way I can do this. I don't think.
However many d6 you have in what?
In the
Of
weapon that you're
dots
using.
next to your
In your
whatever
combat
your weapon is.
proficiencies,
Okay.
on your
Right.
strength.
My strength
And
is
you're trying
so
to beat your
high.
strength target
I'm-
number.
Oh
I'm
my
not gonna be
god,
able
what is
to.
wrong with you? Ugh.
This is
I-
a meet or beat situation, yes.
I hate this
Beautiful,
so
I'm good.
much.
Nice.
I even have a good stat in strength, and I can't freaking beat it because I'm rolling like crap.
I have a 16.
and two
I
and a
don't know
3
how
here.
I ended up with a 16, but I did, and I don't like it.
I got a 15, but I did meet. Thank goodness.
I rolled a 12, so this is
you
bullshit.
That
did
would have
both
been
you?
great for me. I would have been awesome with. Ugh.
Barry has a ranged weapon too.
No, mine's a sword.
Okay, shield close and make that. Okay, that'll be next
Yeah.
turn then.
But I went ahead and rolled because I didn't know how to roll for later, so I was like,
Can we
I'm gonna
just
roll
say I
now.
missed them on purpose?
You could.
Yeah,
That
we're
was a
shooting
warning.
warning shots.
Yeah,
That's
it
what
was
it
a
is.
warning shot.
That's flavor.
And then I'm gonna
Tackles run
yell,
up. Next one's up your
"Get
fucking
back
nose.
or else!" I'm gonna back it up. Get back or else.
Okay. Let's see. One of them does actually have a bow. There are 4 of them in total.
Is there a range
I'm
on
gonna
our
fire
bow?
a shot off. There kind of is.
Because I didn't see one on the.
One thing
just
about
says
this system is that it is
eight.
not as fleshed out in hard numbers as D&D, like at all.
Right.
It's kind of up to us to like mutually decide on reasonable ranges. But regardless, you're well within it.
Okay, got
Even
it.
a short bow is going to accurately shoot pretty far.
I shoot again then. Or they're shooting right now, yeah?
Yeah. Let's see. So you both missed. Let me see which one of you I want to hit anyway. Okay. At maneuver it is. Oh no. I rolled an eye.
Like an actual
So-
eye
Is
or
that
the
bad
misprint
for
eye?
me or for you?
No, that's bad for them. That's bad
Okay,
for
I was
well,
like,
actually, wait, shit. No, I'm wrong. That's actually the enemy rolling an eye is good for the enemy.
of course it is.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. That's maximum possible result with a success.
Seriously. I hate you, Ryan.
There's an evil version of a
Tune
crit.
in next week when Kylie has to make a new character.
Tune in next week when I go to where Ryan lives and beats the shit out of Ryan
Not me, bro.
in a hot tub. We'll stream it.
We'll put the hot tub in a Denny's parking
There's your
lot.
fucking hot tub stream.
The hot tub stream everybody wanted.
It's what everyone wanted, but no one asked for.
Did they want it then? Is that true?
They
for
did.
sure?
They didn't know they wanted it,
They didn't know they wanted it, but they did.
but
Damn
it's
it.
the one that they really needed.
Kylie chose to be knocked back. Choose a knockback. It'll half your damage.
Can I be knocked back?
You're gonna get knocked off your horse.
I'm not on a horse. We haven't left
Not
town
on a
yet.
horse.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Sorry.
We're still in town. We're just like 50 feet down the road.
I forget. Not everybody
You know
has
what?
a horse already. I have.
I just looked this up. They changed that in this edition. That's one of the changes that was made. That was the case in first edition. It's not the case in this one. So that's
The
still a bad
knockback?
result for me.
No,
No, the knockback is totally a thing.
no,
The eye being a good result for me for a villain is not the case.
good. Because it's a dumb
So-
rule. Because it's a
Make things little
dumb
harder to keep track
rule.
of, which is why they probably got rid of it.
Really don't
Yeah,
come for
so
us.
this one fires wide as well. He's kind of got a bow trained on the hobbits, but then you show up and shoot at him, and he's like, "Ah," and releases it just way off into the side of a building. Totally harmless to you. Don't worry about it.
Good. Feel good
Okay,
about
so
it.
then you're going to close. Packle and Kari are closing. Do you know what stance you want to fight in?
Oh, what page is that on?
Packle's choosing forward.
So,
I don't know what
okay,
page it's
to
on. I
make it
think it's in
simple-
like 79, 70, or 82, one around there.
I didn't
Maybe
memorize
Hold on, I've
them.
got my
I'm
tabs.
so sorry.
I wrote them all down. I didn't.
I should have written them down knowing I would need them, but
It's on 95 to 96.
95.
I was sort of close.
There's forward stance, which is fighting aggressively. There's an open stance, which is kind of middling. There's defensive, fighting defensively, and there's rearward, where you're like fighting. You're standing back and shooting, or throwing something.
Oh, she's gonna
What was
forward
that first one
stance.
again?
Let's go.
I'm gonna forward.
First one is
steer.
forward.
Forward.
Okay, yeah. Because I
What
see
that'll
the
do
two other
mechanically
hobbits with like
is-
fucking sticks. Like I have a
Yep.
sword. I'm trying to like get in front of them and be like, okay, I want to. Tackle might be a meat shield for them for a second.
Yeah,
If you're gonna be forward, I'll do. No, I want to deep.
you can do that.
I want
Still do
extra
that
dice.
defensively. What it'll do, forward stance makes it so that your attack rolls gain a die, but any attacks,
Against you
Any-
also
Yeah,
gain
but
a
also,
die.
yeah.
close combat attacks gain a die against you.
I'm rolling
Um,
like crap. I want the extra die.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, and then defensive is close attacks against you lose a die, and your attacks lose a die too.
No one messes with shorties like me. We got this.
So, did Manuva get damage?
Not at all.
Okay, so I already rolled and I meet my strength, right? So what do I do after that?
So let's see. What's
I got
your
a
damage
Gandalf.
on that weapon? Nice.
What's my damage on that weapon?
Yep.
5.
Okay. Just gotta keep a tracker open right here. So they have stats that are similar to yours, but not identical. Let's see. I'm gonna have to get another copy of this book so I can keep multiple pages open. Oh wait, I have the PDF. I'm actually stupid. Disregard that.
I mean,
You can keep as many pages open as you want with a PDF. That's what makes
Sure
them
can.
fun. So, what do you have as a weapon, Kari?
Longsword.
Longsword? Nice. How are you attacking with it?
I'm doing forward stance, so I
Are you
would like
stabbing?
to.
Are you slashing?
I would.
Are you throwing?
Let's go with.
don't throw your
slashing.
swords.
I'm not gonna throw my very pretty, very heavy sword, especially
Tie
because
a rope
I
around
took
it first.
I took my reward to make this sword better. So
Tie a rope around it,
Will
throw
not
it,
be
and then
throwing
pull
it.
it back.
the first
It's a great
harpoon
idea,
you
guys.
ever
It's a
see
great idea.
is
I
just
don't
a
like-
sword with a rope wrapped around it.
And then wrap the rope around your waist so you don't lose the other end of it.
So
Yeah,
it's combination harpoon and boomerang.
The only way that's coming off is if you're cut in half, and then you just have other problems.
All right. So, the one of these bandits that you run up to, you manage to get past his attempt at a parry and just cut into him.
Sweet.
Let's see. Packle, you had a Gandalf rune, you said?
Yeah. And is that trick or piercing blow or?
Yes. Let me see.
I think it was like a 10 or a Gandalf rune.
I will quickly get used to this book. So it's a short sword.
Yes.
Injuries is 60.
My injury is a 20, by the way, if you needed to know that.
Short sword is a 3, 16. Load
Mhm.
one.
Oh. I swear, I got stuck on this last time. Let me see. Well, we were trying to figure this out before, and it's not
Oh,
on the
the
page I
damage
thought it was
thing?
on.
What was the
Yeah, I'm
thing
trying to find what's the piercing.
with keen and weapons? What did that give you? Tiffany, do you remember?
A what in weapons?
Keen.
Being
Keen. If you get 9 or higher on the feat die, except for the 11, then you get it's a piercing blow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Normal. I thought I wrote that down. Like all of that damage stuff. Piercing is 1 success. It's a +1 to swords, +2 to bow, +3 to spear to the feat die. On special damage. Is that what we're looking at? So you can use 1 elf success to do that. I don't know what. I don't think the
I
Gandalf.
didn't roll a 6 success. I rolled the Gandalf.
Okay, so that's something different then. I don't have that one written down.
I'm gonna use the internet.
As you should.
Internet.
It should be near the beginning. Or that random spot in the middle
Yeah.
about attacking.
Yeah.
Around 50 or 60.
The book is not super well organized for our viewers. That's a problem. Hopefully they'll correct it.
Yeah. It's just confusing that everything's not like when it talks about one subject, it's like, by the way, you can reference the rest of this on page 100 when you're currently on page 22.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
It's
Yeah.
like create
It's
your
not
own
as
journey
polished
book,
as some other
but you
stuff.
want all the information in one place.
I promise. We kind of know how to play this game.
Hey, we're all learning. It's new.
this much.
In my defense, in all our defense, it's a new game.
Yep. And sometimes it's good to watch new games on the internet. It's how I learned how to play Dungeons and
Quite
Dragons.
literally, it's a new game.
I literally did not own a player's handbook until like 5 or 6 months ago.
I'd have a PDF one.
I got a digital copy.
I learned how I had one for character creation purposes, but I didn't use it to learn how to play the game because I watched videos on the internet to learn how to play.
One ring
There we go.
die.
It's on 99. Characters hit by a piercing blow must immediately roll a feat die and a number of success dice equal to the protection value of the armor worn, which for them is 1. So,
And they have to beat a 16, I believe, for injury for my short sword.
nope, they
The
didn't.
action succeeds regardless of whether the total result of the roll was enough to match or beat the target number. What else does it do? Okay, so far all I found is that that is an automatic success.
You did get a
Yeah.
piercing to blow because it was a
That's it.
10 or a Gandalf rune. You're good there.
Gotcha.
And then they have to make a protection test, which they did not make because that was a total of 12. So, Packle has just murdered a man.
Sweet.
My short sword may not glow blue, but right now it's glowing fucking red. Holy shit.
That's awesome.
Runs up and
Thank you,
jams a short
POTUS.
sword
I'm
in this
glad
dude's
you're
thigh.
supportive of our fumbling.
This
Thank
is why you don't fight with this stick. Come on, guys, you gotta learn.
Now we know for the future.
Packle.
So Kari and Packle both hit. One of these folks is just down. He's considered dead or dying. He's out of the fight. Let's see.
I killed a man twice my size.
Excellent
Really?
work.
And let's see. Fleetfoot was closing or no?
Yeah. Right
You were
behind
closing
him.
into attack? Okay.
You
What
hear?
did you roll yet?
You hear from the back. Are we supposed to be killing them? I thought we were just scaring them off. No, we're killing them.
No.
Oh, okay, okay.
Nope. They were gonna fight
Hard to control
somebody.
when I'm reaching up that high.
And that
I'm gonna do one of these
Yeah.
like over my shoulder. So what am I rolling? I'm so sorry. It's one of these and 2 of my guys for no wait, 3 for my sword. Yeah, I just roll to attack like normal. Do, 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 do.
You also do have the option to just try to intimidate them out of fighting. You don't have to try to kill them. It's up to y'all. At this point, Packle just went for it, but that doesn't preclude anything.
I mean, I'm just saying
Yeah,
that alone is
less than
probably
2 years.
intimidating enough that they may just fuck right off.
There were only 2.
Did I not hit anybody? Did I hit somebody? I thought I did.
You did, yeah.
Okay, good. I got so
You just
confused for a
didn't get
second.
the
I was
like automatic crazy success.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. I did not.
So 3 standing, 1 has been.
Look,
Do the other 2 look intimidated already by one of their guys getting dropped by a hobbit?
How do the rest of them look
Sorry.
now that one of them
One
is
of them-
dead via Hobbit?
I mean, look, I'd be upset.
Do I
if
need to
was
fire
dead.
another warning shot?
I'd be a little sad.
Or should I do
If you
like
want to intimidate
okay,
them, you can. You
Yeah,
can use
I'll
an
do,
all
like-
roll.
instead of drawing my sword then I will do the slow approach of like leveling a bow at their head. Like an arrow.
Point
at
blank
their head.
range, that's a lot.
I'll get within like 30 feet.
Okay, here we go.
I'll aim over the hobbits. The only person in my way is you.
It's easy to aim over us with short.
Yeah. All the hobbits are out of the
I'm not
way.
gonna lie.
Corey is the only one in my eye line right now. I'm
Well,
just
there's
gonna aim
four.
over her.
There's 4 guys, so you can aim at another one.
3 now.
Well, now there's 3.
Well, yeah. We
Yeah.
killed the other one. He's dead.
I'm gonna say, I'm telling you again, stand down.
Roll all.
All?
Just for fun, I'm gonna roll it too. Be like, what he said from
Oh,
far
that's
away.
so bad. All right. Shit. Oh no, no, not even.
Oh God, I did it! I meet it, and I got a fancy 6.
Oh,
Where'd
did
you
you?
go?
Okay, what? Hold on, I gotta find what the fancy 6 means. I get choices. Okay,
There's
If
for
a
an all roll, it has
single one
specific
was
effects. I was
scored,
just on that page. Let
then
me
the
see.
player hero's accomplishment was out of the ordinary. A great success.
My rolls are so bad. They're so.
Spend
Bad.
1 success icon to. I can cancel a failure. If a skill roll
Oh, you
involves
did?
multiple players, you help another player hero who has failed. The failed roll is considered a success. So I'm going
Hey,
to
you
use
can
that.
make mine a success.
Yes,
and
so
it's
we
a
both
success.
succeeded. That's what I'm using it for. That is on
Okay.
page. What is the page number? I have it zoomed in too far.
Put
Sorry.
him
Other
down.
one.
I think it's like 19, 18, 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
One on that still down.
Oh
The one over there.
no!
Okay.
Map down.
No.
Snap down!
There we go.
Oh, thank you so much for subscribing.
Thank you for the subscription. Hold on.
Yo.
Let me see if it'll update. Maybe? Will you update?
It definitely updates by, like, in between shows. Sometimes it won't update midstream, though. Do I know why? No.
Hold on, I'm gonna make it update. Hold on.
Oh, the things at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to update.
The heart is the last follow we got, the star is the last subscription, and the triangle is the last bit.
Which is gonna always be
Oh.
Nevi
And they-
because
yeah,
bless
because,
him.
Yeah, bless Navi.
Look, I'm not mad. If you
Completely
just want the
agree.
ads to go away, I get it. Like,
I've absolutely subbed to channels just to get the ads to go away.
I
feel
do it
that.
all the time.
Yep.
All the time.
Why I pay for YouTube.
That right there. I have had YouTube Red for years, and everybody's like, "Why do you need that?" And I'm like, "Because the ads annoy me."
It's worth it.
If my
Yes.
dog is choking, I don't want to see something about T-Mobile.
See?
Show me how to make my dog stop choking.
Did I go? Was I going to go with that extreme of an example? No, but it's true.
I mean, it's
It
not a
is.
lie.
That's why I just don't like seeing ads ever. So
Yeah. Ads are the worst.
anyway, thank you, Salamandich.
This stream was sponsored by.
Can you imagine? Like we have sponsors here.
We
I
do.
mean, our
It's
sponsor's
Mama Cat.
Like-
Yeah. Thank you, Kat.
It's Mama Cat. She puts all the proverbial food on the table.
Yeah. The lovely
Apples are
donations
just-
get things like cheese, wrong side, this thing.
All of these.
The lovely art.
Ooh.
I put
Art-
off in the
oh,
wrong
sorry.
direction.
I didn't even say it. I'm so sorry. Our lovely character art is from the beautiful Ali
Ali
Capone.
Capone.
Ali Capone, definitely go check her out. And you can see her tomorrow
Tomorrow night.
GMing our Ladies of Lake campaign.
Just a midstream.
Show
Plugins,
her
it's
all the
fine.
love.
Yeah, I was really impressed by
But
the
we
art.
don't have ads.
Yeah, we don't have ads. You're right.
Okay, so are we both successful?
Yes, you were successful. So the three of them that are left are going to throw down their knives and back off and drag their buddy away, who may or may not still be alive, but he's in no condition to fight. We'll put it that way.
Fair.
There's definitely some blood as they're dragging him away.
Can I go collect our arrows?
Yeah, if you'd like to.
I'm gonna take a look around while I'm doing that and kind of stealth my way around and like make sure they're not swooping around to flank us and coming back for revenge.
So you're trying to remain hidden while you do that? Yeah, hit a roll,
Yeah,
stealth roll.
sure.
There
I
is a
figured
stealth,
I
is
as
there
well
not?
keep
Yeah.
trying to roll, even though it's crap.
Yep, there is stealth under wits.
Woo! I switched dice trays and it's much better. Okay, so that's
Okay,
a.
that's the reason.
Okay, so what is this? Is that a 7? That is a 7. 7, 6, 13, 14, 16, 17. Yep, I beat it. 17 to 16.
Nice.
And I got 1 elf.
Good stuff. Yes, there's a barrel at the corner of this alley that you can very easily hide behind, and you can see them moving off and away down like an alley from between some homes, like not trying to circle around at all. They are genuinely trying to get away. So you're good on that front. Let's see.
I'll go up and join everybody.
How are these two
Who,
hobbits doing?
They look very grateful, especially to you who ran up with a knife and just shanked a dude.
Murdered.
I just
man.
casually like sheath the sword and just start packing a bowl out of my necklace as I'm telling them, "Now, guys, around here there's some pretty dangerous like spots. So like you gotta really like. Can I get that match real quick? Thank you. You gotta really prepare yourselves. You want to hit this? Because like I feel like they need to calm down as well. So I'm offering this to them.
Almost
so
full
there are two of
spit
them.
take. Kira.
I'm just grinning.
They're a man and a woman. They both look really young, like right at their coming of age, probably.
Mhm.
The woman is, let's see, probably about 3'3", so decently tall for a hobbit.
Right.
With very long red hair that she's got like a little daisy tucked into.
Oh,
She says, uh, "Thank you for your help. I'm Rose, Rose Cotton."
nice to meet you. I'm Packle.
Good to see you. Thank you for your help. We were in a bad strait there.
It
This
seemed
is
like it.
my
Like what caused that?
well. I guess they wanted our stuff. They probably assumed we had gold. Um, I suppose they were just trying to steal it. First, we've had that trouble. Actually, was quite a shock.
You have
Oh
quite,
yeah, first one's always a doozy. It's a wake up call for sure.
you have quite the library. Are you moving or are you?
Um, Selling actually. My brother and I, Briar here, we're traveling salesfolk of a sort. Um, we were trying to get to Rivendell eventually, but I don't know. Maybe now we need to turn around. This is
Now is that the
it's a
odd
bit
place I was
overwhelming.
supposed to go?
Maybe.
Were you supposed to go to Rivendell? That's beside the point.
I don't know.
Rivendell is quite a far ways away. I
Yeah,
come.
we didn't
I
maybe
kind of
think it all
slink
the
up
way
out of
through.
nowhere and I say, so is Rohan.
Well, yes. Do you mind if I take a look? And she's gonna go immediately look through the books and see if there's anything she hasn't read.
I'm going to turn to Packle and say, are you supposed to be giving a message to Elrond?
Like I said, I rightly can't remember right now.
But Rivendell is familiar?
I said the awe was familiar.
All I know is Rook.
I just know
Do I have a map, or is my map in my head? Like, what is my geography?
she would have a map. She can just pull she'll pull a
Right.
map out of her bag and just pass it
Please.
to you so you can look at
And
it.
I'm gonna take a big puff off my pipe, and then I'm gonna sit the map out, get it out, and just
Because none of those are west. If
everything.
I'm correct.
Okay, I'm locating the Shire. It's nearby. I know
None
where it
of
is.
them are west.
Got it. And then I'm gonna go
West.
southwest from the Shire. What is our
Southwest
there?
from the Shire.
Southwest from the Shire.
I need my map.
That way
I know.
is
I was like, where's my book?
eventually there's mountains that way before you reach the sea.
But there's
I
no
did start with the
city,
sea.
or not the land of Rohan, or which way is Rivendell?
Rivendell is almost directly east of the Shire.
Almost directly what?
East.
East.
East. And he said he needed to go west. That's
So he thinks.
right. I was like, oh shoot.
I'm pretty sure there's no answer to this fucking bill.
But you were traveling east trying to go west. So maybe you were trying to get to Rivendell.
Maybe.
Oh, bloody hell.
You guys want to go to Rivendell?
As far as their
I'm
books,
from there. I'd rather not. She just kind of throws over the top. I'm kind of trying to see everywhere but there, but that's all right. And she goes back to the books.
Okay, cross that one off. Next on the R list.
as far as the books go, there's a lot you haven't read. I'm assuming you've probably not been to the Shire yet. If you probably haven't been to their their little libraries, but there's all sorts of stuff on. A lot of it is on Um, agriculture is a favored topic. There's books of Hobbit poetry. There's some of the Shire history, which is a little bit more eventful than you might even think. But yeah, there's lots of little stuff. It seems relatively simple. From your experience, you don't know if they would have much traction selling it in Rivendell, but I don't know. It seems like they've not thought this all the way through.
Yeah. She's gonna grab one on the something on the Shire's history, and just for fun, she'll grab a small tome of Hobbit poetry because why not? Um, and give them some coins for that. Um, and she'll just kind of not to break their hearts, but she'll say, "Well, while I've not read many of these or any of these, I don't quite know if they'll sell very well in Rivendell. While I'm sure many people would love to know about the Shire, there's not much need for agricultural books."
Well, you there?
Yes, I live there.
You. And she looks to her brother and she's like, "No."
Get the camera, it's an elf.
Yes, I am an elf.
And he's standing there like big, huge, wide eyes, just like stunned.
I'm gonna say in
Welcome back,
Elvish real quick. Do you want a distraction?
No, this is fine.
All right.
And there's a moment where she's like stunned a bit before she finds her words, and she's like, "Oh, it's very nice to meet you. I wanted to meet elves for a long time now. After hearing Mr. Bilbo's stories, they seem so wonderful. It's lovely to see you. I'm sorry I didn't recognize that you were an elf, but I suppose I had no way to know until now." And he like rambles on about.
Bilbo
He's
was
very excited.
Bilbo is a lovely hobbit. I did get the chance to meet him.
A bit long-winded if you ask me, but yeah, he's all right.
Very, very different from Packle, and I'm sure very different from you. Everyone is unique.
Be told that he's really the reason that we want to go there. I would mainly, I mean, we can sell our books along the way and get there, and who knows, maybe people will like them, but we really just wanted to see elves and meet the elves and maybe even live with them for a while. They seem so impressive.
Well, they are very impressive. I mean, you're always welcome to travel. I don't know how easily that will be with all of the books. But, you know, there's no harm in trying.
Well, I don't know. What's the road like from here to Rivendell?
It's a little rough.
I'm gonna switch to Elvish again, and I'm gonna say, do we think we need to head to Rivendell and escort these people, or do we need to go to Rohan? Packle
Yes,
seems
let's-
confused with both.
Let's get them to Rivendell first, and then we can go from there.
Both of them are just
travel
watching,
take
like,
me-
just like really enthusiastic, just listening as you're speaking Elvish.
But before we help you on your way to Rivendell, let's get you armed. And she goes to the blacksmith to buy two.
There's a couple free knives on the ground right over there. I'm just
Oh, I
saying.
mean that's fair. She'll grab. I mean, are they like long swords? Because that's too big for them.
No,
They're more like daggers, really.
Okay,
for
okay.
humans,
So she's gonna
Daggers
just
will work.
grab the daggers and hand them to them and be like, "These are very important, but only use them when necessary, and maybe don't
Packle,
murder
could you show
people."
them how to use it?
Maybe we don't.
Clearly, Packle knows how.
Maybe we
Yeah.
maybe we just show them how to defend and
Yeah.
not to be
Stab.
aggressive.
Yeah.
And
Maybe we leave the aggressive to us. We seem well equipped for the aggressive.
We're not going to hurt you with them. That's not the plan.
Oh no,
No,
no, no, no.
no,
We don't mean
no, but-
aggressive towards us. No, no, no.
Maybe we shouldn't murder people everywhere we go. That's always an option.
Probably good.
Like I said, my bad.
I support you, Packle. I think you did the right thing.
My
Oh,
bad.
that's kind of you. Thank you.
My bad.
So I'm gonna say in
My bad.
common, so we all know what we're doing. We
No.
think it'd be a good
Restaurant, it's
idea
called, but yeah,
to
common.
escort the hobbits to Rivendell.
We're
I
taking the
believe
hobbits
so.
to Rivendell?
So close.
I couldn't help it. I couldn't help
You know what?
it.
I'm putting him in the background for next time. Would that be a trademark?
Yeah.
Yes.
Shoot!
I don't think if it's like art in the background.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, that'd be
Cards
fine.
cut up, fine. It's fine.
Yeah, just
It'll be
stick him
fine.
in the background. You paid for him. It's fine. Well, we're taking the hobbits to Rivendell.
We're taking the hobbits to Rivendell.
On that note, is that where we would like to take our short
Yes,
break?
let's take a short
we
break.
can do that.
Beautiful.
We will be
Yeah,
right
absolutely.
back as we take the hobbits to Rivendell. Go grab a drink, grab a snack, take a bio break. We will be right back.
Bye.
And we are back, and I put some
Hello.
music on in the background that was supposed to be playing the whole time. I'm doing a really good job of running the stream today.
We're
I like
professionals.
to
Don't worry
think
about
that
it.
today is an A+ day for me, between flipping during the starting soon screen to me saying "oh fuck" and then switching it back, to me not muting during the trailer and not turning on the music. I'm doing a really fucking good job today.
It happens.
So, you
It's
know,
alright.
that's where we're at today.
Give your
You're doing
performance
great.
a D for delightful.
I was like, you better watch your mouth, man. I will drive there. I will get in my car right now and I will drive there.
It's not that bad a drive.
I
It's
have
like
like
5.5
9
hours.
It's
hours
a
warning.
it's a
Fine.
quicker drive
Yeah.
from here than it is from home.
Hmm.
Well, no, it's not.
What?
It's like 2
I
extra.
was like, how?
It's like 2 extra. Sorry, I was thinking for me to get home. Like,
Yeah.
instead of going home to get to you, it's faster to get to you than to get to home.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yep.
So, we had just saved these two little hobbits with their bookstore from certain doom.
POTUS, you get on that.
We do need that counter. It's been at least 3.
I will drive there.
That's another super cut that we need. If someone could just clip all the times,
Just
I'll,
me
I'll put
getting-
it all in Premiere. It's
Just
fine.
me getting angry at Ryan and saying, I will drive there.
I've already requested the 2 super cuts tonight, and honestly, I'll put them together if someone can help me track down all the times that Ryan has accidentally been on mute, and then we've said, Ryan, you're on mute, and then he goes, my bad, and
My
then
bad.
there's some excuse as to why he was muted. It is always different. It has never been the same twice, and we've been
Throw the
streaming
cat
for
stuff on
almost
it.
a year.
The cat did it.
That was my favorite.
That one was my favorite.
That was my favorite.
The cat
the
did
cat
it.
pressed the cat did it. The cat pressed the button. The cat muted me.
Oh, man. Okay,
taking the
so
hobbits.
we're taking the hobbits to Rivendell.
Hobbits to Rivendell.
Taking the hobbits to
We have
Rivendell.
we have one job. I have one job, and it's to make sure you 3 plus the hobbits don't die. Got it.
Thank you.
Very welcome. I mean, you're the one that killed someone last time, but like I.
No, I
built
did.
this chick- I built this chick to be.
I didn't mean to.
Well, you did wonderful, Packle, and I'm very proud of you. And if
Oh,
you would
you
like,
call-
I can teach you how to use other weapons as well. I'm fairly well versed in those. So,
He can't use much other weapons.
well, then I'll teach you how to use that one the most effectively.
That'd be ideal.
Yeah.
Thank you for the new follow. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I'll teach you how to do it. And maybe at some point we'll even get you up on the horse. Maybe one step at a time.
Oh, hours without sleep. I missed that. I didn't cause 3 production outages in the last 24 hours.
Oh.
Thank
There you
you. Oh, God, did that happen?
Yeah, did that happen?
Oh, no.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, no.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
I mean, I just caused production interruptions.
Here.
My internet causes outages.
That has happened.
That has happened twice. Twice. But,
We've tried.
you know.
So, Manuve, you would know that the trip to Rivendell, mostly you can take it on the Great East Road, but that is about 2 weeks overland travel without, like, by foot. Probably about twice as fast mounted.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a journey.
Yeah, it's gonna be a journey. Oh,
Hobbits have their
no.
pony.
The team I was on got paged 3 times for someone else's bad system. Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, sucks for them, and I'm sorry that you had to deal with it. But at least it wasn't me. All right. I didn't do it. Okay. So how How attached are you to selling these books? How attached to the books are you?
Oh, I mean, I don't want to get rich, just dump them.
Sure.
Sell them.
How
Live in town.
how about this? How about we take the rest of today? We'll get the supplies we need because it's going to be quite a journey. We'll get the supplies we need. You sell your books, and then we will leave tomorrow morning. How does that sound? And the rest of the books that you
Okay.
don't sell, you could donate to. I'm sure there's some kind of place in town that deals with books or things along those lines.
Probably. We'll want to keep cart though. And she passed the pony.
Well, sure. No, that's what I'm saying is we'll clean out the cart by selling the books, and then you can have the cart to ride in, and you'll have the pony. It'll be faster.
Great. Let's do it.
Okay. And everybody else good with that?
Yeah. So
All right, let's
that
sell
is
some books.
Perfectly fine.
Yes,
We've
Paco,
noticed
you
by
help
now
sell
that-
books.
Yes, Paco.
And the rest of us will get the supplies we need for the journey.
Correct.
All right, which way to the book place?
Well, there's back at the green. There's the market day going on, so you probably have some luck there.
Oh yeah, we walked past a market earlier.
Yes.
Let's check it out.
Yes, there you go. Great. Good job.
Hope I don't see that guy I stabbed. Or his friends. I probably won't see that guy.
We'll be Daltons. Oh, Cat, I love you.
Okay. I'm missing something.
Cat said ye old be Daltons. Oh, I love you, Mama Cat. It's a reference. It's a dated reference, but I get it. And I
love it so
appreciate it.
As long as it's appreciated, that's what matters.
I love it.
So yeah, we're gonna have a little Hobbit party at the market.
Hobbit party at the
Having
market.
a Hobbit party at the market.
I
Hobbits in the
think I
city.
was the only one.
When we go back and we rename this episode eventually, that's what it's called.
Hobbit,
the Hobbit party at the market.
Not we're taking the hobbits to Rivendell.
Nah, Hobbit
That'll be-
party at the market.
That'll be the
That's
That's all
next
the actual
episode.
journey.
Here, I'll literally rename it
Alright.
right now. Hold on.
Please do.
Not that I don't trust them, but well, it's Bree, so they'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go find. Do I have a horse?
Do you with one?
Yeah, sure, I have a horse.
I'll buy you a horse if you don't have one.
Hey, cool. I get a
I'm
horse.
pretty sure you started with that one. But yeah, if you're being bought one, that's
I'll
cool.
buy you a horse. I'll throw
Either
around
way.
my money.
I started with one because of my prosperousness, or I would have bought one anyway.
You did.
And I don't travel with a lot. All I have is in my bag. So really, I would just be getting a horse ready. I know that Packle will probably ride with me or someone. So
You can always
I'll
ride
be
in the
getting-
cart with the other hobbits.
There you go.
yeah,
Hobbit party in the cart.
I'll have a party in the cart.
It refresh the stream title. That's fantastic. Love it.
Yep, you're welcome. Next one is we're taking the hobbits to Rivendell.
That's the subtitle.
For
That's so-
Pascal, you'll take Rose and Briar up to the market. It's still pretty bustling. There are a few people sitting out smoking, hobbits and humans alike. They're sitting about. There are a lot of people going back and forth between different stalls. It's almost like, to use a local reference, Well, maybe I shouldn't. That'll dox us.
No, go for
No
it.
doxing.
Do it.
It's like a fall fest day, but not like super crowded. You know,
Okay. Like lunch fall
market stalls
fest.
sitting out. Actually, it's more like
Like the bazaar.
you know, I don't know what it's called down there across the river. They have like a summer one where they have like meat cooking out on the grills and
Oh,
stuff.
the Handy's
Barbecue
Blues
Fest.
Fest.
Yeah, that.
The Handy's Blues
Oh,
People
Fest
out
is the
playing-
best.
That's
Mal knows that
fun.
one. I
Some
took
live
her.
music, people
Yeah.
grilling meats, making kebabs.
The best
People
barbecue
selling
I've
like
ever
their,
had.
you know, their veggies that are available this time of year. All sorts of stuff. People are having a good time. They're smoking various tobaccos, Salamander. There's a popular one in Bree that actually there's already been discussion of, but people are talking about its quality. The Southern Star is their tobacco around here, which is weird because Bree is not really south. No one knows why it's called that. But there's arguments about the quality of it versus Old Toby or Long Bottom Leaf, and it gets heated. People get very passionate about their tobacco around here.
Oh, I'm just passionate
Um,
about just smoking. Doesn't really matter what, but I guess I could have a preference.
There are a few people sitting out blowing smoke rings. You know, just everybody's having a good time out here, spending coin liberally. They'll go ahead and set up in a free space, and Briar will start handing his sister out some books, and she'll get up on top of the cart and like start hawking them as loud as she can. Where's from the Santa?
Would Packle be able to like turn something into like a makeshift sign about yay big and start spinning it?
Yes, definitely. They've got some ink. You can use like a little board from an extra board from the cart and just start playing with it. Yeah.
Full on sign spinner Packle. Stoned out of his mind, just vibing.
Perfect. Exactly the way we all hope Packle would be. I think while after Kari makes sure that they're all set up, she is set to wander around. She will be replenishing her liquor stock to bring on this trip.
Yes. Like plenty of that available.
And she has like all the cram that they could possibly need for all of them. So she's not that worried about food. She's just very worried about liquor. Priorities are in order.
Giz would like this one.
Yeah.
Let's see. So after most of the day, they'll spend most of the day at it. They can actually offload the large majority of what they have. The rest of it will easily fit in the cart with them.
Nice.
It's been a successful day. They've earned more than a few pieces of gold there, so they're pleased about it. Let's see. Are you guys doing anything else for the day?
Are we all meeting back up?
I'm
We're
just
right
gonna.
across the street from the Prancing Pony, so there's plenty of
Yeah,
space to see each other and meet back up.
I'm gonna make sure that we have enough supplies. I'm gonna get Fleetfoot a horse. And then probably just spend the rest of the day kind of like enjoying my last little bit in Bree.
You can pretty easily get a room at the Prancing Pony overnight. They are surprisingly comfortable to sleep in. They've got some down beds, actually. They're well kept. It's not the fanciest place, but there's a warm fire, a good bed, no bugs. It's good enough, and that's what matters. And there's a pretty packed night in the inn. people trading stories around the fire. There's more talk about this event in the South. People are making it almost seems like trying to one up each other with wilder stories about what it could be. It's clear that nobody has any idea what's actually happening. People are talking about trolls raiding the land, anything they can think of.
At least no one's talking about that guy I killed.
Is there any kind of a source to the rumors at all? Anywhere where it might have came from a particular person? Or just everybody's just talking about it just to talk about it?
Let's see. What should I have you roll? Roll an insight on that.
Insight? Okay.
Yep.
Could I also roll insight, but instead of trying to figure out where rumors are coming from, can I try to figure out if any of them seem to be more based on fact than others? Like if any of them seem like they may be even the slightest bit true.
For that, yeah, we'll pull that insight too. Go for it.
Yeah, I only got a 6.
You're not sure. The dwarves were the first that you heard talk about it, but that doesn't really mean much.
Right.
Yeah, I'm good. I got a 20. And I only needed a 15.
Oh yeah.
Saucy. So some of the more plausible things are things like a flood or a wildfire. Some of the more natural disaster kind of events. You're also not aware of any, the only king you know of is, well, there are 2 that you're familiar with. The king under the mountain, the dwarves, who's Dane Ironfoot currently, and there is, what's his name? Is it Bane? Yeah, Bane. Dane and Bane, unironic. The king of Dale, who's young and in good health when you left. It's unlikely that he died. Same with Dane. He's a dwarf and a little older, but he's not. A few years ago, he led an army to war. He's not in bad shape. So unless either of them were maybe assassinated or something when you left, you're also not. You didn't come from the south at all. Where you came from is way east and way north. So
Yeah.
that's not.
I knew it wouldn't be where
It
I
doesn't
had
seem to
come
fit.
from. I just figured maybe I had heard something that would lead me to believe that one of these rumors was a little bit more true than other ones. Hopefully.
The more common talk, the most common you hear is about a wildfire, a really bad wildfire somewhere. But again, it's hard to tell any accuracy. It's clear that people are just spreading talk at this point from what they've heard, fifth hand at best.
Yeah.
Possible they'll know more at Rivendell, though. Connected folk there.
Mm-hmm.
We're just taking the night, resting up, set out in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if there's nothing else
Right
to
on.
do.
No, it's a good day in town. Pretty peaceful, other than what you guys saw and stopped, but no one else seems to know about that. You haven't heard anybody talking about it. So
Can I
probably those guys
See
are.
if there's anyone watching, where I'm watching people.
Yeah, sure. Roll an awareness on that.
Ooh. Come on, guys. Come on. Hey, it's a Gandalf.
Hey.
+5. 17.
So there are still a lot of eyes on Manuve. But that's probably, it seems to be just by virtue of her being an elf in this place. It's super, super rare for that to happen. So there's a lot of whispering and looking over at her, but none of it seems malicious. as far as you can see. There's some people eyeing you too, a lot less friendly, but you would know from experience that people in Bree aren't super fond of rangers. They kind of have a reputation as like a bad omen. So you're used to that too. It's nothing out of the ordinary for you. No one approaches you and gets like shitty. They're just not super happy to see you.
I like raise my pipe and wink at people.
He earns more scowls. People grunt and turn away.
All right,
What did you do to them?
I winked at them.
What did you do before that for them to make that face?
They looked at me.
Thank you for definitely not answering the question in any way.
It's all right.
So the next morning, Barnabas is already up, the barkeep, and we'll give you guys a good breakfast. Again, very enthusiastic to serve the elf. He'll put out some fresh bacon and eggs from the farms over in Chet. He's like, oh, this is best in the area. I know the farmer personally. Those chickens are fat, make good eggs.
Looks lovely. Thank you so much.
If
I
you
don't
like
think I've ever seen eggs this big.
Packled, they're like huge. Like this.
Kari waves them back over and orders. And she we are off on a very long adventure, and my friend and I here, and I gesture to Packle.
Hello.
We may require a bit more, so if you could just bring another order to each of us, and I'll happily pay and tip well, obviously, for that, but just to get us on our way. Thinking back to the first time I saw Paco with all of that food in front of him and knowing that this will not be enough.
And do you have to-go cups? You know, like, just put some gravy in that.
We need a to-go cup.
Yeah, but
We'll have that second breakfast, right? Yeah, sure thing. I'll be right back.
Just gonna be sitting in the car, just
And I'll
dunking
cook up a
things into the
fresh
cup
batch.
of gravy.
Meanwhile, Packle, on the small time
It's
they
an
have
entire
had together to talk, Kari and Packle have really only talked about food, because food and how she killed how Packle killed a guy. Like, that's the only two things they talk about. So Packle has taught Kari about second breakfast, so she's prepared now.
Yeah, because what if you don't eat enough the first time?
Yeah, I mean he's right. He's really right. Like, what if we travel and we haven't eaten enough? Second breakfast is a really great idea.
Or sometimes if I smoke too early in the morning, I'll forget, and then I'll have a third breakfast. So I'll forget about the second one. Already had it.
Maybe third breakfast is the way to be really prepared for a long journey. I think maybe
Can we
Hobbits have had it right
Can we
all
plan for
along.
a third breakfast on the way?
That's
I mean,
so much
we
food.
can plan for a third breakfast if you want a third. I could eat a third breakfast probably.
I could go on one today.
I mean, I could as well.
Or we could do more.
I don't know if I bought enough food.
Yeah, I'm happy to make up some more.
We have 3 hobbits.
Y'all are paying customers.
Do all hobbits eat that much? Bilbo didn't eat that much. Did he?
Bilbo's old.
We may need
No,
more
the
food.
sods are loosely related to the tooks, so that's where his appetite comes from.
Of course.
Rose and Briar are packing it in as well. They're
I'm going to need to buy more food. And she goes
I'll
up
help
to
you.
talk to the barkeep. to see if they could get some more.
We get hunted as well. I shout after in Elvish because nobody seems to understand it here at all, and it's awesome.
That's very true.
Kari just runs up to Manuve really quick and hands her some money and goes, I know part of this is my fault, so here you go.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Yeah. Absolutely.
So, Manuve's gonna get extra food last minute.
Just in case, you never know.
Probably see if she can get like the bacon and or something, you know, that's like salted and all of that.
Right.
To the cop!
So you'll get yourselves plenty fed. What?
What? Sorry. I said to the cop.
No. You'll get yourselves plenty fed and ready to go. Everybody's got horses, so that'll cut the time of the journey. Rose and Briar have their pony, Tart.
Tart pulls the cart.
Yes, Tart pulls the cart. That is exactly
Yes.
Their pony's name is Tart.
Oh,
right. Yes.
Oh my god.
that's so cute.
Packle screeches under his neck, says, "'Cause he's so sweet." Ain't that right?
Oh my god, that's the
He is
cutest.
very amenable to scritches.
So
Give
far,
him
we
Briar
all
know
will,
scratches and a whirl.
hobbits name ponies the weirdest things. Bill and Tart. I love it.
Briar will pull out an apple from his pocket and feed it to the pony. They'll just sit there munching happily before you get going.
Apple Tart.
It's gonna be so satisfying when I get Tart killed with a Nazgul beast.
Stop it.
Don't you dare
Don't let
touch
me
that
get
pony.
attached to this pony.
What does my horse look like?
riot.
I don't
does
know
your
what
look
horse
like?
did
You
you
tell me.
want.
Let's go with the black one.
How did I know?
No, brown. Like a dark brown. Am I frozen?
No, you're good.
There you
I
go.
thought I lost you guys. It was just extremely still for a moment.
Manuve's gonna stand out per usual, and have a gray horse.
Great.
Oh,
Kari's horse looks exactly like what she named it after, which is because she has not a lot of imagination for these things. But her horse's name is Cinnamon, because she's a very pretty cinnamon color.
awesome. Mine will be named Whisper.
What?
Whisper.
I'm not
Nice.
naming the horse yet because Ryan's gonna kill it,
Yeah, it's gonna.
and I'm gonna find a beautiful elven name for it and not tell
Cinnamon
Ryan
Whisper
because
and no
then
name.
Ryan will kill it.
Cinnamon Whisper and No Name are the horses.
I said not yet. I just don't want
Oh, not
Ryan to
yet?
kill
That's a
the
beautiful
horse
name.
yet.
Then what would you like me to call the horse in the meantime if I'm not
Are you
calling-
talking to my
Horse.
horse? Like, is this
Just
a regular
call him horse.
occurrence?
Well, I'm not saying I'm
Every
gonna
morning
talk
you're gonna
to
be
your
like,
horse.
hello, Tart, hello, Whisper, hello, Cinnamon. Like, are we having conversations with the horses?
If I wake up first,
I mean,
you all
it's
don't know
nice
what I
to
do, and maybe it's nice to greet
Be
them in the morning.
familiar with your familiar.
Jesus. Didn't realize that the name was the most important. I didn't come prepped with a friggin' horse name.
Well, I just pulled mine out of thin air and also named it after Katya's horse from the 7.
Yes, you did, because you're absolutely ridiculous.
Correct. Thank you for knowing me.
We basically already have Candy Heart with Tart.
Pick a different 7 horse.
No,
Name it
I'm not
after
naming any of them after the 7 horses. I'm not doing it.
So on the journey, there are 4 roles for everyone to cover. So you can pick amongst these deals. We have the guide, who's in charge of basically setting the route, when to rest, and managing any supplies. Not supplies aren't going to be a super big deal on just a week, unless something goes wrong. You've got the
What could
hunter,
go
who's
wrong,
in
Ryan?
charge of finding food in the wild. You've got the lookout, who's in charge of keeping watch, and you've got the scout, who's in charge of setting up camps and opening trails, like wayfinding.
I'll take Hunter, I think, because I think that's what I'm best in out of those.
What is your
Right
hunting score?
I have favor, and I've got 2 extra dice on top of it.
I have favor and 2 in travel.
I was gonna say that's me as well. I have favor and 2 in travel as well.
I do
Stealth
not have
views-
favor, but I have 1 in travel. But I am going home the way I came, if that makes any difference.
You also have
Would
those
stealth
maps.
be used for anything?
I do have
Yeah, I was going
maps.
to say, Manuve also has maps.
You've got a good quality set of maps for the area.
What skill
Okay,
would you
I'll
call the
do-
other things? Like, obviously, travel and hunting are the 2, but what
Probably awareness
skill...
for the other one.
Awareness for keeping watch is going to be super important.
Okay.
I have just 2 in awareness.
I have 1 in
I have
awareness.
2 in awareness, not favor.
Hunting, of course, is going to be important for the hunter.
I've been rolling like
Your
crap.
guide-
Where do you want me?
For the guide, travel is going to be important. For the scout, explore is going to be important.
Okay, I've got 2...
Um,
Hunt and explore are my 2 best. I've got favor in hunting. I've got 2 in explore without favor. You do not want me to do the other 2. So I would suggest...
I have the same thing you just said, yeah.
Cool.
And a 2 favored in travel. I have more. I'll just do the awareness one.
I prefer to roll in heart because my score is lower than my strength in that one.
Yeah, that's fair.
I prefer to roll in strength. Mine is the lowest in that.
Cool, so I'll take the travel one.
Yeah.
What do you have in explore, Manuve?
An explorer, I have 1.
And in hunting, I'm gonna assume you probably also have 1.
I have nothing in hunting.
Okay,
Same.
so if
What
you 2 are taking the other 2,
doing?
then do you want
Thank
to
you
take explore
for
and I'll
the
take hunting?
raid.
Thanks for
Thanks
joining
for the
us.
raid!
Thank you, thank
2 whole raids in
you.
one
Aw,
stream.
it's Kristen!
Hi, Kristen.
Hi,
Aw.
Kristen!
Hi, thank you for the follow.
What's
Thanks,
up?
y'all!
What were my choices? I'm so sorry.
So what do we need? We need explore or
For the
Hunting,
roles
but
are
I
guide,
have...
hunter, lookout, and scout.
Yeah.
so awareness is in one of those.
As in the strength, yeah.
What was
Okay.
guide?
The guide's in charge of decisions concerning the route,
Which
like
would
when
make
to stop
sense
for
for
resting.
Manuve because she's been on this route before.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll do
So
the
yeah.
awareness
Choose more like
one.
that though.
Was that the second one? The awareness one?
The hunter is going to be in charge of finding food. The lookout is in charge of keeping watch. So awareness is going to be critical for that.
Yeah, that one. That's me.
Okay.
Mal,
me the
did you
lookout.
say you had hunt?
I have hunting because I've got 2 plus favor.
Okay. You want to do hunting?
Yeah, I'll do hunting. Oh, I need to find a better one. Thankfully.
So should I go ahead and do travel? Because that's favored +2 rolling against 14. I got a pretty good
Yeah,
shot.
that's, yeah. So whatever that one was. So what were they again, Ryan? I'm sorry.
4 rolls.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
first one is guide.
The hunter, the lookout, and the scout.
Okay, I got 19.
What is guide roll? I'm assuming it's travel.
15. I beat it by
Travel will
1.
be important for you, yeah.
Damn it. Okay. Okay.
Roll anything good, guys.
8 and 8 is 16. Oh, I beat it. Or I met it.
That works.
Yeah.
What if I meet it?
Meeting and beating is what works in this game, from what I am aware of.
Hey!
Ooh.
I did a thing.
So we all made them?
I think so.
think so. Sounds
Heck
like it.
yeah.
I got 13.
What is the skill for scout?
For Scout,
Yes.
Explore is going to be your most important.
Just making notes.
What did you have in awareness?
Me?
Who?
Yeah.
Oh, mine was travel.
Oh, that's what I just rolled.
Oh, never mind. Okay. Yeah, I thought Packle did travel.
I thought he took the scout.
No, because my awareness was only 2 rolling against a 16.
Scout
And,
is explore. Lookout's awareness.
Oh, wait, I had the 1 explore. That's what it was.
Hunter is hunting, and guide is travel.
Well,
And I
since
have
you-
the highest in travel.
I was about to say, then whoever has higher out of the two of you in Explore, just re-roll for Explore.
I'm rolling 1 against a 16. How's your stat in that?
I have 1 against a 14.
What you really need to roll right now is travel first.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Then
Well,
we're
then
good.
there you go. Then we're
And I
fine.
already beat
I
that
will
with a
roll
15.
travel.
Okay, well, we're traveling well.
Right.
We're traveling.
Okay.
Lovely.
We're taking
Fun.
the hobbits to Rivendell.
To Rivet.
So let's see. You'll set out along the way east of Bree. The city is surrounded. Town, really, at best, is surrounded by a big, thick green hedge, and then like a deep dike that fills up sometimes with water. You know, as basic defense. There's a wooden and iron gate that protects the east side of town. That's open during the day, so you can just go ahead and go out in the morning. The travel over land is pretty simple for the first day. There's a gentle downward slope as you're leaving the area of Bree. You pass a couple of smaller villages, including Chet on your way east. Much smaller town, really mostly just a ring of homes around a common square. A lot of farmland in that area. And just past that is a wooded area to the north of the road called the Chetwood. Small forest that's going to cover most of your day's travel alongside you to the north. The road is, you can tell it's very, very old. There are parts of it that are decently well maintained, especially here near Bree, where there's actually still like a stone pathway. Parts of it are, especially as you move away, it's starting to become more of just like a track and a wide place where a road probably was. But overall, it's pretty well maintained. There's some traffic between Bree and Chet, other people coming in like with carts full of hay and farm goods. But after that, it's pretty much open space with no one else on the road. And as you continue kind of generally downward on a long, gentle slope, the ground starts to get wet and a little bit boggy, and the air more muggy as you travel. Let's see.
It goes off.
That's going to take what?
Hood goes off.
What? I can't hear
Hood
you.
goes off. I took my
Oh,
hood
hood
off.
goes off. Gotcha. I was like, am I stroking out? No. I just couldn't hear you very well. That's all. No stroke
Sorry.
here. Okay. Let's see. There are some very interesting looking plants off to the side of the road that Briar will occasionally stop and look at. You guys have noticed by now that he hasn't said a word to any of you. He's always like present and enthusiastically involved in what's going on. He just doesn't seem to talk. If he does, it's just to Rose and not in any of your presence that it's happened. But I mean, he's clearly involved. He's like, in the cart, having a snack every now and then, and looking out and seeing what's going on. He hasn't spoken at all. At one point, though, he does see something just off the road, and kind of hop out the cart and go take a look. Just kind of run into the swamp a little bit, gets his bare, hairy feet wet, and finds a big red flower that he just plucks off this plant as he's like swatting away these big swamp flies, and runs back with it, like waves it around to Rose. And in one of the few books they kept, he presses it in and puts it down on the cart and sits on it.
Oh,
He's so cute.
that's a good one, buddy.
Out there living his best life, just getting flowers. I
Rose,
love him.
What exactly is he collecting for?
Well, we both like to collect flowers. It's just a hobby that we have. We've got the few books we've kept for our pressing. Mostly blank pages, really. Just we like to keep the flowers that we see. There's some of this stuff we've never seen this far east. Never been this far.
Can she?
That's a good way to keep track of them.
Can Manuve pull out a book of like flora, and give it to them and say, "Well, here, maybe you can identify some of them." And
It's fantastic. We'll look this over. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I love it. They're so
Love
cute.
it so much.
They're so cute.
Hobbits are the best.
But I keep an eye out as we travel for herbs or things that are edible or things that might be used as a poison.
Yeah. Roll a.
Yeah, I don't know what that would be in this. Probably gonna fail it because I suck tonight, but it's fine.
See. What would that be?
Maybe a
I'm still
scan.
getting used to the skill set here. Let's find out.
I have explore. I have travel. Scan. Awareness. Hunting.
Be more like scan,
Not
I
hunting.
think, or maybe hunting. Let me take a look at hunting.
I'll keep an eye out for animals too.
Yeah, hunting is more for like animals and enemies even.
Okay, so what do you want?
Give it a scan roll. Just keep like
Jesus Christ. Yeah,
it's
there's
more
no
to
way.
like
I
look
can make
through
it.
an area for something specific. You can't make it. Well, you can always make it with a rune.
Yeah, no. It's a 7.
7.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's a no.
No.
Kari's got a good hunt. Will that help with anything?
Well, he disallowed hunting.
What was the other one?
Scan.
Scan.
Oh, I mean, I have
Did you
a
say
1
he
in that.
disallowed hunting?
It's
For
not
looking
really
for what I
that
was looking
specific
for,
purpose.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
For like foraging.
Yeah, I was foraging.
I've got a good scan. Let's see.
I have just a feed die and scan.
If I roll an 11, it's a 1, right?
Because
Yes.
of the misprint
Damn
dice.
Okay, that's only a
That was-
6. I do not
If
have
you
a
roll
good scan.
11,
started
I didn't
email was
do
so
better
fun.
than that. I
when they
only
were
got
just like,
4.
I love that. Where they were like, so hey, we just found out that all of our dice were misprinted.
Every single set of dice that were printed for
Every
this
single
game
set.
are incorrect, but no
And we
one's
got them
going
all
to
from
inform
different,
you
like,
of it unless
distributors.
you supported the Kickstarter.
Well, they're fixing it.
At least they're fixing it for you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll get new sets.
That must be nice.
I
Oh,
love
well.
that right before this stream started is when Kylie and I realized that our dice were misprinted,
You
even
can
though
get
we
some
bought them
acid
somewhere
food
else.
and just rub the number off.
Yeah, I
Take
know.
one of the ones off. It'll be off center, but I'll deal with it.
Just take the ink out of one of the ones.
Yep.
So he's collecting little things. I rolled like crap. Anybody else rolling to see if we find anything?
I did
rolled really
roll, but I
badly.
rolled badly.
Okay. All right. Let's keep
I
going.
rolled
Then.
a 4.
We're really good at finding things.
Yeah.
We're so
I
bad.
can find one at
Look, I got a 19 on my hunting thing earlier. I just
Yeah, these rolls are impossible.
I excel in only some areas.
If the game takes off, you're now in possession of legit collector's items. That's very true.
There.
It's very true.
Yeah.
Right, if we don't keep going, we're never going to level up and get out of this horrible situation.
Hours without sleep. We've just been using the 11 as a 1. 11 is actually just 1.
11 is the eye. Yeah. And the eye is the one.
Well, the 11 should normally be the Sauron eye, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
That's
Not a
alright.
huge deal.
We're working
Just have
on
to
it.
remember.
We're doing what we can.
Just traveling.
Okay, I met my scan, or I met my thing for lookout, my awareness.
So let's see. You met your scan?
The
thought you just
13
failed it.
yeah, for awareness.
Oh, for awareness. Okay. Just looking out for any dangers on the road.
Yep.
Okay. Well, it's completely no traffic, so you're safe in that regard. But you are coming toward the end of the day, with nightfall approaching soon, and you're still kind of in the middle of this low marshland area. Like you still have mostly a road, but there are lots of patches of it that are crossed over by like streams or just low boggy areas. With an awareness roll, you can find a good spot to camp, though, a good dry spot where your stuff's not going to get soaked.
I made my travel roll, and I got a little rune on the 6.
Nice.
I'll use it for go quietly. You achieve your goal noiselessly or without otherwise attracting attention.
Okay.
So I assist with kind of getting things where it needs to go.
As you're setting up for the night,
Yeah.
Briar is kind of insistent on going out and looking for new flowers and such, new plants. But you're keeping a careful eye on him and keeping him from going too far, getting out of sight.
And I stealth after him, so he doesn't necessarily know we're keeping an eye on him, but I
Oh,
will
yeah.
be.
Yeah, sure.
I gotta try. I don't roll anything. I roll. Hey, look at that. So the eye is actually a 1. It's 2 under, 14 out of 16.
Dang.
But 2 of them are elf symbols, but that only counts on a success.
It does, yeah. Oh well, it's okay.
So I follow him, but not necessarily quietly.
He notices you, but he's fine to have you around.
Oh.
I'll just
Well,
look for
flower buddies.
herbs out there and berries and stuff and bark and see if I see any animals.
See,
I've got my
actually-
bow with me. Yeah, can I hunt while I'm out there? Can I look for animals?
Absolutely, yeah. If you want to.
Yeah. I'm not stealthing. Might as well do something. Do, 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 do.
While you're out kind of in his vicinity looking, he'll come up with a big patch of like a big fistful of king's coil, which is a weed, but it's also got some like healing salve properties,
Mm.
and just offer it up, just hand it over. Something he
I'll
found
say-
that you didn't.
I'm gonna say thank you very much. I'll put it to good use. And tuck it in a special herb pocket.
He'll nod and just kind of head back toward the camp.
Woo! Yay, I did that one. What was I doing? Hunting. So that's 11. 6. Yeah. 18 over 13.
Nice. Plain success, no sixes.
1 6.
1 6, okay. What do you want to do with it? Anything special?
I don't know. What am I hunting?
Well, you could use make haste and complete the attempted task in a shorter time, which is about half the expected time.
Yeah, let's do that.
Or you can gain insight.
Eh,
Gain
Become
additional
one with
information
the fauna.
not necessarily related to the task at hand. For example, while helping a sick individual with healing roll, you discover the trace of
I'll
poison.
do that. Can I get insight about Briar?
Or you spot a sentry while sneaking into a ruin with a roll of stealth.
Or anybody spying on us?
You want to do that one? So you can find a few, while you're out looking, you find a few rabbits that you manage to snare pretty easily. Good for
Okay.
making a stew.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Yep.
Potato.
One of the classic songs of the Shire. Rose, you know that one,
And
right?
also, and some big fat wild onions too. So the makings of a great stew. But with that, while you're out looking, you can also see as the sun's going down in the west, you can see some lights off in the marsh that look at first like they're like fireflies, but they're a little bit like whiter or bluer in color than that, and they look larger. It's also hard to see like maybe how far away they are. They're not close up, but you can see like off into the distance, toward the north in the marshes, you can see some lights kind of flaring up and moving a little bit before fading out, like a firefly would now and then. You're not sure if it's insects or something else.
But it's not yellow like fire. It's white like.
Yeah, it's more like a white or blue light.
Have I traveled far enough to see the marshes?
You might have, yeah, you've probably been through this area before. Let me see. Roll a.
So I was
What do I
gonna say,
want
are
you to roll for that?
ghosts?
Roll a lore for me.
Allure. Okay. Come
I
on,
just want to
guys.
yell the lore.
No. These stats are so bad. It's 11 under 16.
Nope. Okay. No, you're not sure. You've heard some stories about this area, but all of them seem a little weird, seem unreliable.
Cool.
Whatever it is doesn't seem like it's coming closer. It doesn't seem like there's intent behind it, really.
Okay.
Just some
They're just
swamp lights showing up in the background.
Alright, I'm gonna place my hand on my sword, but not draw it or do anything aggressive, and just kind of watch them. Ooh. Lenove.
Hmm.
How's your eyesight?
I mean, it's quite good.
Come here.
What do your elven eyes see?
What do your elven eyes see?
I wasn't gonna say you're welcome. I'm gonna point them out.
Would that be a lore roll for me?
Yeah.
Oh, good, because I have a lot in lore. I have so much.
I got one.
Okay, there's
What would you be knowing?
that.
I have 2 and thought it was good.
Okay, I have it favored and 3. So I just
Jesus.
rolled 12. I just rolled a 25 for 14. And I got 2 6s. So,
Okay.
let's say, I gained some insight.
You gain insight into my insight. That's just
And
inception.
I do it quietly. Why not? I don't know. I don't know what to do with these. There's nothing to do with these. Anyway, right now.
Not always, yeah. That is a silly roll. Luckily, I have lore to dump on you for it.
Give me the lore.
So you would know about stories of lights in the marsh that are associated with what are called marsh dwellers. They're like haunted remains, essentially, left over from battles a long time ago. It's been a very long time, like 1,000 years. But this area used to be pretty hotly contested between a few different kingdoms. So there are some very old, like, scars on the land from those wars, and sometimes that manifests in undead things or like spirits haunting the marshes and some other areas around here. Like the Barrow Downs, for example, you would know are a pretty famous example among people who know lore of that same sort of thing happening. Those are off to your west between Bree and the Shire, not anywhere close to them. But a similar sort of thing is going on there. There's some very old spiritual scars on the land that still manifest themselves that way.
Okay.
And there are stories about those marsh lights being associated with that.
Are you familiar with the Barrow Downs?
Where are they?
No, I was talking to Fleetfoot.
Sure.
Are you familiar? Are you familiar with Barrow Downs?
Yes, a little bit.
Well, there's
You would at least
stories.
have a passing familiarity, yeah.
Yeah. There are stories of lights in the marshes. Many
Describe what those are.
many years ago, this was once contested land. There were many fights, and it's essentially an old battlefield. It's usually associated with haunted remains, undead spirit type beings that just kind of haunt the marshes.
So they're not good.
Not particularly.
Alright then. I'll keep an eye on them.
Where you've chosen to set up camp, you're pretty much at the road. You're not off to the north, so they're not, like I said, they're not close. But it's definitely something to keep an eye out with that information. Anybody going to take a watch into the night?
Yeah.
We can take turns, yeah.
Yeah. I'll go
These
first.
hobbits are not accustomed to travel, so
Yeah, no,
they're
they're
already like pulling out their packs and
Yeah, they're
bedrolls
good.
and just
The
like
hobbits can sleep.
zonking
Hobbits
out.
should sleep.
Packle's passed out on a bale of hay right now.
Yeah, that feels right.
He's gonna wake up and like his hair's gonna be like kind of like mixed in with it, and a horse is just gonna start chewing on his hair, and that's how he's gonna fucking wake up the next morning.
I'm gonna find somewhere to hide, maybe up a tree or against a tree, and post up and do my watch.
Do we want to turn in for the night and leave it here, and then we can continue with taking the hobbits to Rivendell next time?
I
What
believe
he wants to.
so.
All right. Well,
You
thank you
want-
all. Thank you all for joining us.
Pick up on
Thank
that
you.
next time.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for sticking with us. New
Yeah.
games are always fun, especially new games that only one of us has played before. Yay! But this has been really great. If you are not familiar with the channel, we are Homebrews and Homebuddies. We typically do homebrewed TTRPG streams. If you like what you see, please hit follow. If you already follow and you really like what you see, or you just don't want to see ads, feel like clicking subscribe. If you don't feel like subscribing, but you do feel like helping us out, like our beautiful mama cat, 5-foot Latina, keeps the lights on. Oh, thank you for the follow.
Oh, thank
Aw.
you.
But 5-foot Latina keeps the lights on over here. And if you go to under our About section on our channel and click the tips bar, it'll take you straight to our PayPal, or we also have our Ko-Fi listed there. Every bit of money we get goes straight back into the channel, be that with our beautiful, oh good, the royal wave, you deserve it, mama. The beautiful,
Yes.
beautiful Ali Capone did all of this character artwork for us. That came out of money that was donated to the stream. Things like the alerts you see, we buy alert packs from other artists, things that just kind of take things off the plate for us in one way or another, or buys us more material, buys new games, buys whatever we can. It all goes 100% back into the channel. We run games on Mondays and Thursdays right now. So if you have not, check back and watch our first episode of our Call of Cthulhu campaign. We're coming up on episode 2 on Monday at 9:30 Eastern. And then if you feel so inclined, Mal and I will be over on Ladies of D&D tomorrow to play Ladies of Lake as Cherry the bassist and Henley
the band manager.
the band manager. Last time we bet. Oh, thank you.
Last time we fought a pizza cube.
we fought a pizza cube, and I killed the disco assassin who exploded into glitter. And so yeah, so please join us. Please follow along. We have a good time, and we hope that you guys have a good time with us. Anybody have anything else that's coming up that they want to share? Any special events? No?
We will both be a part of Pride Never Dies.
Yes, thank you.
Kylie's table is next week on the 6th,
Mhm.
and my table is the following week on the 13th.
Over at
So
GM
that ought to
Hina.
be- Yeah, over at GM Hina. It's all a big fundraiser. There are lots of prizes and giveaways. And it ought to be a really great time. So definitely feel free to come check that out. But I think that's about
And
it.
then I have the impending doom of Tart the Pony.
Stop it. You can't let me
You're
get
walking a thin
connected
line
to
there, Ryan.
animals. You saw what happened when I met an otter wizard for like part of a session.
You've seen what happens
you
every time
literally
you kill
cried.
Frank.
Literally cried.
I
Yeah.
retaliate.
I literally cried about an otter
my animals.
wizard.
She truly hasn't, like, she brought this up like 4 days ago.
I love that little
otter wizard.
The little otter wizard.
I've seen plushes of him, by the way. Did I show you that? I've
Shut
seen people
up,
like
no.
sell their own plushes.
I still
Of,
don't
like him
trust the
wearing
otter
a hat
wizard. I'm
and
just saying.
cloak.
Put the link in our group chat right now.
The clasp is a little clamshell.
I
Jerk
know.
of a cat.
Stop it. He's so
I
cute.
gotta find that again.
I want one so bad. He has to turn pages of books with both of his hands because his hands are so tiny.
This is what it is every time this gets brought up, by the way. Whether we're on stream or not.
Her hands turned into otter hands.
They're just so tiny.
We will see an otter on the television and she'll be like, remember the otter?
Do you remember the otter
Okay.
wizard?
This is it every time.
I love
We
it.
went and saw real otters at the zoo.
We went and
I
saw
thought she was-
river otters. River otters are
They're ginormous, by the way.
very different.
They were
So they can turn the
big.
page with one hand.
No, yeah, like they could,
Oh, yeah.
they could hold that whole book. Like,
They're
they were so big.
like I can't even fathom.
A Japanese
how big
apartment had
river
pet
otter
otters?
actually is.
Oh, POTUS, you gotta send me that. I gotta have it. Post it in Adam and Diana's Discord server. I'm sure they'll love it.
Yeah. Put it in
You
Chatty
need
Christina,
pet
and
otters.
we'll
Do you
find
need
it.
me to help you? I will help you. I will make a whole PowerPoint of why you need
will.
pet otters. I'm really good at PowerPoints.
She's very good at PowerPoint.
I use PowerPoints to make most of my points to people who don't just want to listen to me talk.
It's fair.
But anyway, sorry, sidetracked. Sorry, no otters. Anyway, thank you for joining us tonight. We will be back on Homebrews and Homebodies on Monday at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central, and that is what, 6:30 Pacific?
6:30 Pacific Standard Time. Yes.
I'm getting good at this. I'm getting better
You
at
are.
it.
Look at you go.
Look at me go. But yes, thank you for joining, and we will see you all next week. Have a good night. Bye.
Good night. Bye.
Bye.
Crackle.